Hello, my friends. I'm so glad to see you again, as always. Today, we are going to read a very scary book, not really, called Surprising Sharks. And this is by Nicola Davies, illustrated by James Croft. So, where these words are might be a clue about how close the author has been to a shark. What do you think? And how do you feel about sharks? Sharks might seem kind of scary, but you're going to safely get to know them in the pages of this book. Okay, so we're going to learn a lot about sharks. So, surprising sharks. Look up here. Wait for me. You're swimming in the warm blue sea. What's the one word that turns your dream into a nightmare? What's the one word that makes you think of a giant man-eating killer? Shark! Okay, what do you notice about the shape and the letters in the word shark? What is this right here? What do you think that is? A shark fin? Yeah, and the word shark is curved over it in big letters with an exclamation mark. Shark? Yes, it's a shark. See the little red? It's a dwarf lantern shark. It's the smallest kind of shark in the world, just bigger than a chocolate bar. Not a giant, certainly no man-eater. And a killer only if you happen to be a shrimp. So what is surprising about the dwarf lantern shark? How would you feel if you met this shark in the water? Would you be scared? Maybe, maybe not. You see, most sharks are not all what you might expect. After all, who would expect a shark to have built-in fairy lights? Like a lantern shark, this black belly shark has light-making organs on its tummy. They have it to blend in with the silvery surface of the sea and avoid ending up as dinner for bigger fish. Or blow up like a party balloon. Swell sharks swallow water when they get scared. They blow up to 3 times their normal size, so they stick fast between rocks. Then no predator can pull them out. Look, please wait. This Australian shark is called a woebegone. So this is the shark right here, that kind of green blob. Its patterned skin matches the rocks and coral on the sea floor, so it can sneak up on shellfish, crabs, and small fish without being seen, or lie on the floor like a scrap of old carpet. Look out! Hammerhead sharks have eyes and nostrils on the ends of their hammers. They help to pinpoint the scent of prey and give them all-around vision. Or look like tools from a monster's toolbox. Saw sharks use their sword to root out fish hidden in sand and mud, then grab them with needle-sharp teeth. In fact, sharks come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. So here we have a blue shark, a cookie cutter shark, a nurse shark, angel shark, and a goblin shark. So look closely at these illustrations. Okay? How do these sharks get their names? So look at each of these sharks. How do you think each of them gets their names? How can such different animals all be sharks? Look carefully and you'll see all the things they share. So these are all the things that sharks have in common. So they've got a tail, a dorsal fin, a pelvic fin, a pectoral fin, fins and tail for swimming. A shark's tail fins are bigger at the top than at the bottom. Unlike other fish tails, their tails push them through the water and the fins help them to swim left or right or up or down. So these are all features on the outside of a shark. Skin as tough and scratchy as sandpaper. A shark's skin is covered with tiny tooth-like scales that help it to be hard wearing. So we have a shark's skin and gill slits. They're right here. There are the gills. Gill slits for breathing water. Inside the gill slits is a very thin layer of skin that lets oxygen from the water get into the shark's blood, just as our lungs help oxygen from the air into our blood when we breathe. So A diagram is a drawing that helps explain something to you. So this is a diagram of a shark. Okay, so this was our heading, outside. The heading tells us what these 2 pages are about. So what is the same on the outside of all sharks? Okay, so that's our dorsal fin, tail, pelvic fin, pectoral fin, gill slits, and skin. So those are the same on all sharks. So what heading do you think will be next? If this heading is outside, what do you think will be the heading on the next page? Can you guess? Inside. Good guess. So inside, we have jaws. Jaws that can pop out through the mouth like a jack-in-the-box. Sharks' jaws aren't part of their heads as ours are. Instead, they are held on by a kind of living rubber band, so the jaws can shoot forward fast to grab prey. And we have our teeth. Rows and rows of spare teeth so that the shark is never without its bite. A shark can have up to 3,000 teeth, all in rows, one behind the other. As one tooth wears out, the one behind moves forward to replace it. So the sharks always have sharp teeth and use more than 20,000 teeth in their lifetime. And then this is their skeleton, a bendy, boneless skeleton that helps stop it sinking. Shark skeletons are made of the tough kind of stuff that makes your ears and the end of your nose cartilage. It floats in water like a rubber ball. But it isn't the basic body plan that makes sharks sharks. All right, so look at our diagram. Okay. What do you notice about this diagram of the shark? It's the sharkish way they behave. Sharks are always hungry, and they're always on the lookout for their next meal. Some even start killing before they're born. This is so weird. Sand tiger sharks give birth to just 2 live young, which is all that's left after those 2 have eaten the other 6 babies in their mother's belly. This one says, let's get him. That's so scary. Some sharks lay eggs and some give birth to live young, but all baby sharks are just like their parents with sharp teeth and the ability to hunt right from the start. So this is a dogfish. It's another type of shark. Lay eggs called mermaids' purses. They have strings that tangle in the weeds and keep them safe in storms. Port Jackson sharks lay eggs like a corkscrew. So see right here? They stick fast in rock crevices. There. Shark senses are fine-tuned, ready for the tiniest hint that might mean food. Sharks have tiny holes to let sound into their inner ears. They can hear sounds that are too low for our ears to pick up. Sharks' eyes are on the sides of their heads, so they can see almost as well behind them as they can in front. The whole of a shark's skin is sensitive in the same way that your fingertips are. You can tell hot from cold, rough from smooth, moving from still. A shark can also get all sorts of information from the movement and temperature in the water all around its body. To a hungry shark, the faintest trail of clues is as clear as a restaurant sign. A shark's nostrils are just under the tip of its snout. Water flows into them as the shark moves forward, bringing any sense with it. Gel-filled pits in a shark's nose can detect food. Every animal has nerves, which are called like cables carrying electrical messages around the body. The shark's gel pits can sense this electricity. And when at last they're close enough for the kill, they feel the crackle of their prey's living nerves. So they bite in just the right place, no matter what the prey, whether it's plankton. So this is a basking sharks. Suck in more than 10,000 quarts of plankton-filled water an hour. Plankton is the name for the many kinds of tiny animals and plants that drift around the sea and the wind and tide. So whether it's plankton or people, oh yes, it's true. Some sharks do kill people, about 6 of us every year, so that's not very many. The great white is one of the 3 species of sharks that attack people regularly. The other 2 are the bull shark and the tiger shark. In fact, only 30 of the 500 different kinds of sharks have ever attacked humans. Crocodiles, elephants, dogs, and even pigs kill more people every year than sharks do. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? But every year people kill 10 million sharks. Okay? And these are some different things that people use different parts of the shark for. Machine grease, shark tooth necklace, aftershave, shark skin wallet, cattle feed, fertilizer, shark fin soup, shark skin shoes, skin cream, fish and chips. That's kind of sad, isn't it? If you were a shark swimming in the lovely blue sea, the last word you would want to hear would be human. Okay, so let's think back about sharks and people at the beginning of the book. Okay, at the beginning, it said shark. Remember? Now, how are the beginning and the end of the book the same, or how are they different? So at the beginning, it said shark. Now it says human, right? And then at the end of our book, we have an index. Okay, let's see. Look up the pages to find out about these shark things. Don't forget to look at both kinds of words. This kind and this kind. So bigger and smaller. So those are all the different, very important words that were in our book. Surprising Sharks by Nicola Davies, illustrated by James Croft. So I hope you learned so much about sharks today. I know that I did. And I hope you enjoyed this book. I look forward to seeing you next time. I hope you have a wonderful day. I love you. I miss you. Stay safe. Bye-bye.